with Kaleem. In today's video we are going to learn more commands of Linux. Remember, in Linux lecture I will cover the requisite and regular commands that you will need to become a good DevOps, and I will really suggest that don't try to learn more than these commands that I'm telling in this series, at least for DevOps. Otherwise you could lose the track. You can learn more Linux commands from Google or from ChatGPT, as after this series you will be much comfortable to work in Linux environment. Guys, now let's jump into the main topic of today's lecture. In today's lecture we are going to cover that how we can make a directory in Linux, and how to make empty files, how to make hidden files, how to see the hidden files, and how to make multiple directories at once, and how to make hidden directory, how to copy files and directories, and how to move or cut copy paste files or directories. So let's leave the theory and let's jump into the Linux environments. So for that let me connect with my Linux cloud to the Amazon server. Remember that if you guys don't know that how to connect to the Linux environment, that I already make a one video that is that how to make your instance of Linux instance, free instance, in just 5 to 10 minutes. So just follow that video and you will able to create your instance as well. That is a free. So I would really suggest that you should please create your instance, because in upcoming videos after the Linux series we will cover the Git and the Kubernetes, Docker, and the Jenkins as well. So I will really suggest, please, for that we will do the practice on the AWS. Create your own instance. Guys, first of all, set your user as a root user. For that you can just try the sudo su and see your files here. There is no files here, so now we will create, for instance, all the files here one by one. And how can we create a multiple files or directories? So let's jump into that. First we will create a multiple files. For instance, we will create for multiple files with the help of touch. Type file 1, file 2, and file 3. right now let's see, we have 3 multiple files. So by using the touch you can easily create the empty files, right? And now we will create a directory here. We'll create, for instance, we'll create a one directory, make dir dir1. So after that you can see that one directory is created here, right? So next thing, that we will create another directory. You can create a directory with a file 10, for instance, right? So let's see. Okay, so you can see it here that the dir1 and file 2 directory has been created, and their colors are blue, right? So but how we can is this the only color is the differentiation between files and directory? No. So now let's run one command, ls -l. That will give you the more detail of this one. You can see it here that we created a directory one. So remember, whenever this one is started with a D, it means that this is a directory, right? And whenever it started with a hyphen or the minus sign, then this will be a file. I set up the name as a file, but I created as a directory. So this is a directory, so it's not a file. I use intentionally here the name file 10 because I want to show you something, that this is a directory, it's not a file, right? Now next, how can we see some hidden files? So first of all, let's create us one hidden file. I believe that you guys already know that how to create our hidden files. Let me clear the screen, and because I already explained you in my previous lecture. So by using the touch we can also create a hidden file. For instance, I'm going to create a hidden file here. So and now type ls. You can see that there is no file for here. Although I have created this one, but that is a hidden file. So how can I see my hidden file? So in order to see the hidden file, you can just type what you must know that command, ls -l. Are you sure that will be command? You can see that the file 4 is also not available. So now let's try to find out where is our file. ls -a, you can also find that file. ls -a will show you that file. This is the file name, this is a hidden file name, and all the other hidden files, right? So now we find out that how can we create a hidden file and how can we see the hidden file. Let's create a one hidden directory. Let's create a hidden directory with the name of mkdir.dira, right? So let me create this. Oh, that is already exist, right? So is that exist? No, it's not exist. Then why is saying this? Now let's try to find out. So dir is already there. Okay, now let's try to create another one. For instance, we can create ls make directory dot dirb. Okay, now I created a hidden directory here. So in order to see the hidden directory, just see, you can see it that drb is already created. Now let's create a multiple directories now, right? I believe that you already know about that one, but now create it. Make directory dirx dry dot dry dot let me create another with a hidden directory dot dirz, right? So now let's see, dirz is already there. Okay, then dir za zt for instance, right? drx, because I created that one, so now I can't create the drxy and this. Okay, make directory is already there. Okay, that is created now. So now let's see how can we see all the files. You can see that dirzt will be created here. You can see it here, that is here, and the other one dirx is also created, right? And diry is also created, right? So now you can easily see that all the directory has been created. And if I want to see the details of that one, how can I see the details? With the writes as well. So you can see it, 1 second, clear string ls minus la, right? So you can see all the details here, right? So the next thing that what we can learn in this, that how to make a nested directories. Let me create make directory minus p dirc, for instance, dird dire. Now let's create. So you can see it here, the directory drc is created. And now let's go to the directory drc cd. How can we go to the drc? By using the cd is for the change directory. By write cd drc, you can see that now you are in drc. And how can you see your path? You can see your path by you type the pwd, right? This will tell you the path that where you are right now. You are in dic. So now let's go to the drd, and now here you can see the dre is also there. So now go to the dre, and okay, now you are in a dre. So how can I go back to the previous path? I mean, I want to go to this directory. So how can you go there? You can just type it cd dot dot. Now see that your path is drd now, right? So now if I want that I should go to this one, then I will type again cd dot dot this. And now you can see that where I am in drc. Now if I want to go to one step up, then I will be here, right? You can see it here that I'm here. So that's the story for this directory path. Now I want to tell you that how can you jump to the first one if you are in a nested directory, for instance, with just one command. So now let's go and type cd dirc and dird and dire. So by write this, I can directly go to this dire. But how can I come back from here to the main ect user, for instance? And for that one, you can see it here, 1 2 3. It means that 3 layers here you have to go up. So just type dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot, right? And enter. You can see it here that you are in pwd. By typing the pwd, you can find out ect user, right? So this is a simple one. And the next thing I want to tell you that how can you copy a data, how can you copy a file. Let's first see that whether we have any file available here or we have to create. And let's right, we have file available. And so how can we write something? If you follow my previous lecture, then you might remember that we can use the vim editor. By using that one, we can create we can add a content to this one. So let's try to add a content by use the vi file one, right? So just type it here, hello brother, are you there? Just click escape and shift WQ, right? It will save that. Now let's see that whether it added the content or not. By using the cat file one, you can see the content. Hello brother, are you there? Right now we will copy the data to the file 2. But first let me show you that whether file 2 contains any data or not. get file 2. No, it's not containing. Now we will copy the data from the file 1 to file 2. So cp file 1 file 2. So whatever the data you want to copy from file 1 to the other one, you can just write cp file 1 file 2 and press enter. Now it is asking you that do you want to overwrite the file 2? Yes, I want. Just type yes, right? And now see the cat file 2. It must have the file 1 data, right? So hello brother, are you there? Now again check the file 1, because we only override the file 2. We only override the file 2, not the file 1. So file 1 will remain there with this main content, like you can see it here. Hello brother, are you there? Right? Let's do another job by copy one file. For instance, file ls. For instance, file 2. I want to copy this file 2 to directory 1. Right? So cp file 2 to dir 1. Right? I can also do that. Right? So now go to the cd dir 1 and see that whether it contains file 2. Yes, you can see it here. File 2 copied successfully in a directory 1, right? And now let me show you something regarding how you can cut paste the files as well, right? So for that one, let's jump into the main folder, ec2 folder. 1 second. Now you are in ec2 folder. So here now just try to move the file first. Check that whether file 2 existed. Yes, file 2 is here. So now let's move the file from file 2 to dirx, right? So now you are in a now you can check the in dirx because file 2, you can see it here that file 2 is not available now. File 2 is moved because I use the move command. It's a cut paste, right? So now let's go to the directory x, cd dirx, and see the file there. You can see it here, the file 2 is here, right? So, and the content is also available, right? So we have successfully able to understand that how you can cut paste. So just like a window, right? So now the next thing is how can you move one directory to another directory. Now we will try that one. So for instance, if you are 1 second, I will go to this path, and from here I will move directory 1 to directory x, for instance, right? So I will see that whether it's worked or not. Yes, you can see it here that directory 1 is not available. Now we will go to the directory x and see that whether directory 1 is there or not. You can see it here, directory 1 is available, right? So we have successfully cut paste the directory 1 to directory x. Another thing I want to tell you, one very important command. Let me create one file with the name of for instance vi file, for instance vi file 30, right? Vi file 30, and I'm going to write something in here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25. Okay, now we're done. So now let's save this one. Okay, the file is saved. Now you have to check that how can you see the content of this, right? So with the help of commands, for instance, I'm going to first let's check that whether the data is there or not. Cat file 30. Oh, cat file 30. All the content is there, but I want to just test that with the help of because in this way I can't see the above content properly. I want to see it. I want to see less, more, or this type of command I want to use. For instance, I can use the less file 30, for instance, right? You can see it here that it displays you 1 to 21, but its files contains more data as well. So you can use the scroll as well to see the rest of the data, and it will show you the end one, right? Another thing is that you want to just see the head by top 10 or top top 21. You can just as per your screen head file, you can just write the head file 30. It will just display the top 10 command, top 10 content of that file. And if you want to see the tail of the last data of this one, you can use the tail file 30. So you can see it here that it contains the data from 16 to 25, right? It's a tail. And if you want to you want to scroll the data one by one, you can use the more file 30. by using this command, you can you can see it here that it's showing you 81% of the data, right? And by just press it the enter button or the return button on your Mac system, on your Windows machine, you can just press the enter or return, then you can see the more content. You can see it here, it's showing the 94%, and now it's 100% now. So these are the very important commands that you must be aware about. This one, you must know these commands, right? So the next thing that I want to explain you, that how you can delete the files or directory. To remove the file or directory, you can use the rmdir, rmdir minus p, rm-dir minus pv, and rm minus rf. You can use it for the in order to delete everything from from here. But here, as I not mentioned any directory name or the file name, so it will not delete. So you can use it, you can use the empty directories by using this rm minus r dirc, right? It will not delete. Descend into directory, yes, 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 right? Now it will delete, right? Because it's asking a number of times that because it contains another folder dird, and then after that it asks that whether you want to delete the drc. Yes, I said yes. So then after that it deletes everything, right? So you can try the different commands for the remove rm minus rp, rm minus rf, and rm minus dr minus p, and so these are the different commands. So if you want to delete everything, you can just type it rf minus this directly, right? This is a very powerful command. It will delete everything, so nothing exists here. I hope that you guys able to understand some very useful commands today. And now for the next upcoming videos, I'm going to wrap up the Linux lectures. That will be, I think, next 1 or 2 lectures will be enough for the DevOps series. So after that we will jump into the Git tutorial. So thank you guys for watching this video, and stay tuned and stay connected. Thank you guys.